also just came through a health crisis and you did it with like only one kid to help out. I'm glad you're feeling better. I'm very glad. So
I'm
keep
very
getting some
healthy.
exercise. Yeah, I think all right, maybe you had COVID or a bad cold. That's I'm still what I'm getting. Uh, okay, my dear, they are going to be back around. What I suggest you do is concentrate on making yourself happy. Throw yourself into your work or your hobby or something, because the more you're yourself, the more they'll feel your absence. It's like if you're not there to kick around anymore, if you've got your own life, they'll be like, "Where's mom? Why, I can't beat mom up anymore. Where'd she go?" That's when they're going to start coming around. That's my advice. Bless you, my dear. I hope at
Thank
least
you,
one of
honey.
them gets in touch by the holidays. Take care.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Bye. What a lovely person. And now we have Trina. Hi, Trina. You're calling from Toronto. All of my friends in New York are from Toronto. Go figure. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Well, the Toronto area. It's Ontario. Okay, I'm sorry. Forgive me.
It's close.
I'm awesome. I like to connect with people through their birthdays. So when is your birthday, my angel?
It's December 18th, 1976.
Oh, we're getting a lot of 18ths today. 18, I'm an 18 too, March 18th. 18 in the Hebrew alphabet is called Chai. It's the number of life that's considered to be very powerful and good luck number. So good for you. Us 18ths have to stick together. And you're a Sag.
Yes.
Your life is about to improve, get the best it's been since about 2008. November 15th, for things get a lot easier for Sagittarians. A lot easier. Good thing too, because you have not had a fabulous couple of years. How can I help you?
I actually didn't expect to get through, so I didn't have a specific question. I guess I'm trying to be enlightened in a few different areas, but I would agree that my life, aside from my children, which are wonderful, I would say, that it's been rough since about 2008. You are correct. And it's like 2 steps forward, 1 step back, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. Lots to be grateful for, but then some kind of awful things and insecurities about finances and money and what we're going to do next, and I'm going to make it work with the kids, and so I guess in any way you can enlighten me. And I was just laughing watching you. You're just an exciting person to watch, actually. So I'm really glad it was you that called.
What a nice thing to say. Oh, sweetie, that means the world to me. Thank you. All right, here's what I got for you. First thing is I've been doing the same thing. So I'm going to give you one bit of practical advice, one manifesting exercise, and then I'm going to pick a couple of cards. I don't think you're going to be behind the 8 ball financially for long. That's my first thing. The second thing is what I do when I'm screamingly anxious about money is I sit for get a kitchen timer, turn it to 3 minutes, and I suspend disbelief. And I imagine that I go into a place where everything is suddenly okay. I kind of pretend I go into a future where everything is just okay financially. Sometimes I'll picture like a check with a number on it made out to me. Obviously made out to me. And I find whenever I do that, it's so weird. I will have a sudden influx of cash. I know that seems crazy. Second thing I'm going to say is go to the state website. It's usually like illinois.gov. Oh, you might not have this in Canada. I feel like there's some unclaimed funds. Do you? In America, you can go to the state or province website and go to unclaimed funds. It's free. I just feel like there's some money due you from somewhere. Also, did you get done out of some money? Is there some money that was supposed to be yours and you never got it?
Oh, probably lots of times. I have exes, and I've been rolling along on my own all along, so probably.
Tell me about it. I know it's hard to
Yeah.
sort of stand up for yourself when you're busy juggling everything. Let me grab a couple of cards
Yes.
for you. Trina, what's going to happen with Trina and money? I usually don't pull cards, but oh, good. Oh, thank God, you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. Okay, dude. Woo, very okay. Okay, the cards I pulled for you. The first card, this is it's the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is a guy who, through planning right now, is making good things happen in the next 2 weeks. So it might be time to just sort of take a deep breath, open a bottle of whiskey, and look at your finances like in the eye, which I do maybe once a decade, but easy for me to say. But something that you did earlier and something that you're doing now is actually going to work out for you in a way that I'll get more specific about that in a minute. Okay. Second thing is, this is an interesting card. It's very specific. It's about money. Anything with pentacles is money. And this is family money or somebody in your extended family helping you. It could also be the thing I was saying with the unclaimed funds. It could be something from your folks. I feel like you're going to get an influx of cash within the next 2 weeks, is what I feel. And I'm not just whistling Dixie. I don't fib about stuff like that. It's going to involve you doing some sort of meditating or deep breathing to calm your anxiety, because when we get anxious about money, things kind of, I don't know about you, but my head starts to explode, and then I have to sew it back up. It's just terrible. So
I have been actively manifesting or trying to in the last couple of weeks, like actively doing exactly what you told me to.
Okay, cool. I'm going to post on my Facebook page, Perry Lyons, within the next 24 hours. I'll post a couple manifesting money things that have worked for me. You are going to be okay because, as I said, Pentacles is money. When you get the Queen of Pentacles, it's a woman over 30. I'm sorry, I just assume everybody's over 30 because I'm so old. We got 2 minutes.
Definitely
that
over
means
30.
that somehow you're going to be financially stable. And I'm not just saying things to make you feel better. This is really what I get. There's also, there's a couple of things you can do. In the meantime, let's see. I would think about if you live in a place where people have dogs. I have a good friend who's a pet sitter and she walks dogs too. You make stupid money doing that, and you can just put up signs and do it in the next couple of days, unless you hate dogs, in which case, forget I said anything. I have to tell you, I think you're going to be okay. Also, it feels like one of your kids, it feels like the girl. Do you have 2 boys and a girl?
Yeah.
Okay. Damn, I'm good. They're really nice people, too. They are really nice. I like them. And they're attractive. We got 60. You did a good job there. And you did a lot of it on your own. Yeah.
I did.
And being a single mother, I think single mothers should be given medals every single day. There should be a ceremony.
I agree.
Anyway, one of them is going to help you with something. It feels like your daughter. You are going to be okay, is what I'm saying. And the fact that I got it right about your kids means that I got it right about the rest of the stuff. And we're about to end, but let me know how you're doing, because I really care. You're very, very cool.
Thank you.
One other thing. The other thing you could do, because you're a really good cook or baker, I had a friend who, when she got down to the last 30 cents, just started baking cakes and selling them to people in her neighborhood. And she did okay. I mean, that's something that just comes to you easier than breathing. Unlike me, I can burn salad. I can burn soup. Anyway, I have burned soup. All right. Love you. Thank you for calling. And let me know how you're doing. And that color looks great on you. Talk to you soon. Mwah. Love you. Bye, guys.
Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome. Time for Eleanor Gray's Psychic Destiny with Eleanor Gray. Live from GraceDestiny.com. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Eleanor Gray's Psychic Destiny on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hello, hi, it's Eleanor here. Welcome to my Psychic Destiny show. Welcome to A1R Psychic Radio and Moonstruck.tv, and also to my website, gracedestiny.com. I'm in London, and I'm broadcasting out to USA, Canada, Australia, and across Europe as well, and of course the UK. So do send in your requests, and it will be a pleasure for me to respond to your messages and see if we can get some psychic guidance for you here today. It's a very important time at the moment. We're just going into our autumn here in the UK, the fall in the US. And this is a time of year where we do reflect back. We want to have a look at what we've achieved so far in the year. And we want to see if we've got to change anything, move in another direction, get ready really for the new year to come. So this is a very significant turn of events towards the middle of October, and also towards Halloween, 31st of October. And we're getting there, aren't we? We're moving into this time where we're wanting to have some sort of gratification. Now, I've got the Ace of Pentacles here, which is a card that I've drawn for everybody. This is one of my teaching cards in a tarot, so it's nice and large for you to be able to see. And the Ace of Pentacles is a point in destiny. It's a time that you can't really miss. And this is a moment where you do have to really reflect back and decide, well, what is it that I want in my future, in my prosperity? Where do I go to? How can I effect a change? Well, cosmic ordering is one of those ways that you can set your intentions and then make a plan, set a goal, follow it, and see exactly where your wishes may lead. And that's an important step that we can manage ourselves, rather than just waiting for life to happen to us. It's about us taking control, initiating responses from other people, making things happen, and getting on with it and really being proactive. And that's what I feel is the energy that's in the air at the moment with the Ace of Pentacles. Of course, it is about prosperity, and prosperity does come in several ways. It's not just about money or resources or assets. It's about our general wealth and well-being, where we are going really to find some sort of resolution as well to our progress. So your career could very well come under the spotlight, particularly this week, where we have the moon in Aries on Thursday. So this is a time for new beginnings. Abundance is there for some of the star signs, and abundance in negotiations particularly. So if you've got something on your mind, a place where you want to be, maybe you want to move home or get a new job, or really relinquish those elements that hold you back, those restrictions, this is the time to do it. This is the week to do it with the Ace of Pentacles that I have drawn for you all. Of course, life just wouldn't be the same in my readings without a quick look at the crystal ball. And that's what I'm going to be doing just now, because this is a very heavy crystal. This is the rose quartz crystal. And I'm illuminating this for you so that you can really see how much it shines. And you can see the color. Can you see that lovely blush pink color that is there? And I'm looking into the crystal. And we've got Kimberly. Hello there, Kimberly, in Truman. And so, hello, hi there. Welcome to the show, Kimberly. I've just literally picked up the rose quartz crystal ball. This is a very large crystal ball that I use in readings, which is going to bring in love relationships and any aspect around you that is romantic. Is about reconnecting with loved ones. And that's not just here on the earth plane, but very possibly those loved ones who are passed over, those individuals who have meant so much to you in your lifetime. And this, I think, is a true means of connection, particularly for you. There is a lady in spirit around you. She's been trying to get hold of you for a while here, and I don't feel as though she's managed it. I think you've attempted to get a hold of her as well. Now there's another lady as well that's joining her, and another one after that. So you've got 3 ladies that I can see here in your crystal ball. This is a blush pink. So this is about those connections that are solid. You know, this is not the passion of the red or the bright fuchsia pink of romance and daring. This is about established love and love from the heart. Has your mother passed over? Can I ask you?
No, not my mother.
Still here, is she? Sorry, go on.
My grandmother.
Yeah, it will be on you. Is that on your mother's side, though? Because this is a maternal link that I have here. So it wouldn't be an in-law. It would have to be your mother's mother. So she will be, I think, bringing some new opportunities to you. And you need them, don't you? I feel that you've been wanting to have such a chance for a long time now. And this is a breakthrough for you. I think that you'll change everything in the next couple of months. And you're being given the green light for go here. So it's absolutely possible for you to do that. I can see animals as well around you. Do you have pets yourself? Who is that? Who has the animals?
No.
Is that your neighbor? There's somebody here with animals. Perhaps it was your grandmother, I don't know, but I've certainly got little small animals that are here, but they're pets. They are not intruders at all. So if they are not in your home or around your home, then this will indicate that you have many friends who are in spirit, because small animals, any animals that come in from spirit here are friends. They're representative of friends of yours. Did you lose a few people at the same time? Can I ask you that? Because there just seems to be a crowd that's gathering, and I have 3 ladies altogether. One will be your grandmother, but the other 2 do seem to be younger than that and want to reach out to you. So they are not necessarily family members or direct family members, but certainly they are here wishing you well and wanting to make you aware that it is a lot easier than you think to reconcile differences with other people. Does that make sense to you? Do you have a son as well? I've got a son here around you. Communication from him too, which does seem to be maybe a little stinted, a little awkward. And here you are, you're the Queen of Cups here, right in the center of your reading, actually being very receptive, really quite intuitive yourself, very interested in everything that is psychic and everything that's expansive. I think you want to learn quite a lot about this side of life and how you yourself can make those connections. Oh, candles around you. This is something that you may have. Do you like candles in your home? Is that something that you do?
Yeah, I do sometimes. And I have lost a lot of people at the same time.
You have? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
It just seems that there was a rush of soul lights in spirit that's coming forward straight away, wanting to greet you, actually. I don't feel that you need any particular encouragement as such. This is not about, those souls in spirit coming in to say, oh, look, everything's going to be okay. That is not what they're here. They're really here to make that connection with you and to say hi and to say, look, I'm around you, and we will make sure that the path going forward is a lot easier than what it has been already. And I think that there have been some burdens that you've had to overcome that have been really quite difficult for you, particularly your own health. I don't feel that has been brilliant either. So do you suffer at all from anxiety, anxious feelings or worries? Loads and loads of it, the stress in your mind. Is that you or your son? Do you have a son?
I do have a son. I have 2 sons, and one of them, he's very angry.
Yeah, that's what I was feeling. I don't know whether you're angry with him or he's just angry with you.
He's just angry, period.
Is he? Well, you're a mum and you're a great mum. You're not going to be overly angry towards him. You'll be more protective than anything else. And your 2 boys are lovely. I mean, they are actually here. We've got the Page of Swords and the Knight of Swords. The 2 of them are in your reading, in your cards. One being younger than the other, that's normal. However, both of them in the same suit, which means that both of them are really great at communicating and I think being able to deal with life going forward and handle it as well as you would expect them to. I think you've raised them very well. And this is showing now in this next phase for you, because you are being told and granted here the card of the High Priestess. Now, the High Priestess, really, you've gone through a lot of times of trouble, a lot of karma. That's what we use the High Priestess for. And this is a card that just says to you, look, it's okay. You've done everything that you can. And now I want you to take a little bit of time for yourself. And this is where the spirits are gathering around you to make that possible. It's elevating your soul as well. So you are going to be receiving abundance. Now, this abundance will be in terms of any dreams that you have, any messages that are going to come through. These are from those loved ones that have passed. And it is from this group sense that, yes, you've lost a lot of people and they're coming back to you and saying, okay, we left you behind. In a way, that's partly what you have felt, that you've been left behind and that you didn't want that. That wasn't something at all that you were expecting. However, this is the journey of life that we have. And your emotions, I think, need to be held back in check. Because you are quite an emotional lady. You feel things, don't you? I can see that empathy in you. I can feel it. I can feel it in your heart, and your tears as well are there. So don't be frightened at all to expose any of that emotion, because it's natural and normal for you. And it's something that is highly rated by those that are surrounding you. There's good friends there, and there's nice people that you have in your life. And this is a time that you need to identify the good ones from the bad ones, sorting out the wheat from the chaff. And that's exactly what you will do. It's a marvelous time. You're reflecting back, but also you're grabbing hold of somebody's hand here who's pulling you towards them and saying, come with me, this is the way to go forward. So a mentor, a love even, is coming into your future pathway. And spirit that surrounds you are very, very gently just pushing you forward. I've got a little crystal heart here. This is an amethyst crystal heart. I'll show it to you. And I'm taking this particularly for you. I'm going to hold on to it as well. And we're going to make a cosmic order. This is you setting your intentions. And I will blow onto the amethyst heart. And we're going to set this aside here on my table next to the rose quartz crystal, which we have here. This is the blush pink that we've been talking about. So the amethyst and the rose blush crystal will go together to form your crystal and cosmic order. Now, there's a wish that you have. I feel as though you want to jump here into the future, that you want to make a big change in your life, but you're held back, you're restricted, you can't do that. Is that correct? Is that how you're feeling at the moment? You want to sort of leave it all behind, let that one go and take charge and run towards your destiny, towards who you should be. Is that how you're feeling at all?
Not really. I really am I'm very sad lately. I'm just very sad. I feel like my true love is gone, and like I don't think that there's another love for me.
Oh, there is, because somebody is, grabbing hold of your hands, walking towards you now, and is going to pull you into the future. It's a pathway that's there for you. Those souls and spirits have told you that. They've given you permission and said to you, look, it's okay. You can be sad and you can cry and you can have all those tears, but remember as well that it's your time now. You've reflected back, you've had a look, you know how heartbroken you are, but this is an opportunity to just step forward slowly, one step at a time, take it easily, don't rush. You don't need to. You've got family and friends around you who really do want the best for you and want you to be happy too. Let me take you a card. Let me also just have a look here at my crystal comet. This is really fabulous. This is a comet that I use, and I use this really as a pendulum to look at which card we shall be taking and how you are going to transpose yourself into a future of prosperity. Well, we've got this card here. This is a card of marriage, but it's not the first flush of marriage or the first flush of youth. This is all about two adults, an adult marriage, a union between two people that really makes sense and that drives you into a new destiny, a new future. And this is what is there for you. So don't be despairing at all. Remember today that your grandmother and those other souls in spirit that you know that you lost all at the same time have come in now to just push you up and make you say to yourself and make you think, well, look, this is fine. I don't need to worry anymore. The sadness will minimize, it will. And you can help happen as well by being positive yourself. Angels are with you. The lights are with you. But you're going to take a leap forward now. It could mean that you have to change direction slightly, and that's what I feel that you will be doing. So look for opportunities that are going to be granted to you and take advantage of those. Maybe step out onto a path that you haven't been on before. Try a new job, look at some new friends. It seems very hard to do, doesn't it? But it isn't really. You just have to take that step. And that first step is going to allow you to meet this man, this person who's got this hand, is going to grab hold of yours and is going to make you feel amazing. He really will. Thank you so much for coming in to the show. I'm wishing you all the love in the world. And
Thank you.
Oh, it's my pleasure. You can come in and maybe get an email reading or something like that. Have a look at my website anyway. It's eleanor@gracedestiny.com. So have a look there, and wishing you all the best. Going on now to my next caller. It's Elvin. Hello there. How are you here today?
Good. Not too bad yourself.
I'm good, yes. I'm here in London. You don't have to shout too much, but just speak up a little so that I can get a good grasp of who you are, Elvin. I feel as though life is changing for you, and it's what you want, it's what you're expecting and what you're wishing for as well. And this, I think, has been a long time coming. I've got the Hermit card going back into your past quite a lot. Now, the Hermit card is all about being over analytical, really, trapped in your world, trapped in your shell, and perhaps wanting to be quite critical of yourself. I don't feel it's of other people, but, overanalyzing, being a little bit too quick to be negative, be on the negative side. And yet you're a very clever person and you have that wisdom. So you know the journey that you are going to be taking and you're manifesting that. You're going to bring it towards you. And well done to you for doing that, because it is about to happen. I feel as though you're sort of on a precipice now and wanting to take that leap forward. You're not quite ready to do it just yet, but you are going to take that step imminently. And I think it's a very important one. Changes in your career direction as well. I feel that there's been a lot of hard work, effort, and perseverance in your past, in a career operating in the past. But now there's a negotiation around you to change that. So your status here is going to be elevated. You're being lifted up so that you can, function at a different level and also have a different purpose within the company that you keep and within either the company that you work for or whether you work for yourself, because you've got quite an independent mind here. And I can see that this independence is really building now. And it's time to be very much a dominant person in your own destiny and to take the hand of others and to make that happen. Now, I've got the Queen of Swords here. This is a lady connected to you, and she's a person that I feel is testy at times, can be a little difficult, can be a little bit of a cross person, has this anxiety or anger in her, but she's lovely underneath. So it's like that crusty exterior. You're not quite sure what you're going to get with her. And yet she's really powerful and a very positive person once you can get through the layers. So I want to sort of see that layering now and your attempt as well to really make that decision. It's an important decision that you have to make everything right. So have you got this person in your life? You recognize her, this lady that I feel is all around you, and yet somehow you can't quite connect with her. Does that make sense to you?
Sort of.
Okay, when we say sort of, is this a person that's just arrived in your life? Because I sense a new energy around you and around your home as well. So this is a picture of your home, your ideal place, your home environment that you want to stay in and that you have put an awful lot of effort into as well. And yet you have this resistance. It's a sense of being stopped or being thwarted in your plans. Separation of ties is being very much a part of your past. So have you done that? Have you separated with a partner, divorced, or just moved from somebody? And is this the lady
recently.
Okay, that's quite recent for you then. Okay, so I understand that because of the Queen of Swords being here and because you may find that conversations and, easy means of communicating in the past are just not there anymore. So you can't really speak openly. You can't have that friendship. Right. It's not available to you. But there is another lady as well who is equal in that measure. So I feel that you have two people who almost are like twins here. So the past and the difficulty and the reasons why you left that relationship and that situation behind. You had to, you needed to, couldn't grow anymore. So this is now your opportunity to really grow, expand your life and take the next step. And now you're almost in a carbon copy situation. So there is another lady who I feel is going to be quite difficult to manage and, perhaps shows the similar traits in her behavior. And that's happening around you now or in the near future because you're looking to the left, to the right, and you're thinking, well, I don't really want this anymore. I just want to go straight on, enjoy my life, find the person that is really going to make me happy and be content in my heart, in my head, and live my life to the best possible way that I can. And here you've got wealth and opportunity that is ahead for you. You're hardworking, you like your money, you like to have the good things in life, and don't we all? That's really what is aspirational here for you. And you're going to get it, and that I don't feel is very far away. There are steps that you've got to take, but early December sees you achieving quite a lot of your dreams, and you simply need to make a wish on that. And I say make a wish a little lightly or tritely, you might think, but it isn't. It is so that you can manifest some good things that are going to happen in your life. Let's have a quick look at my other crystal ball that I've brought here with me today. This is one that is about prosperity, and you can see the citrine that is inside the crystal. It illuminates really well. And this is for you, Alvin. This is you having the chance to make a wish now, a magic wish onto the crystal. You want to find happiness and peace in your heart. There's also a man in spirit who I think just wants to pat you on the shoulder. I feel that he's come down here to just say, look, just go forward. Initial D seems to be really important. So I'm going to give you that because I can see it into the crystal. And I'm also looking at this next step that you will take. So your career move, I think, is one that you're going to resolve. You're having conversations, quite stressful conversations in the next couple of weeks. And you will be quite demanding as well in what you want to hear as a result. So you will be doing that very well. I see negotiations around you, absolutely getting you to where you need to be. And that's one of your skills. So I think that you can really go down and in depth, look at the detail, get out those terms and conditions, decide what it is that you want. But more importantly, love is arriving in your life, but not in the form that you're expecting. You will come back and let me know. I'm sure you will. You'll send a message because at the moment it's not clear for you. But by early December, not too far away, it will be crystal clear as we're seeing now in the crystal ball. So remember the amethyst and the rose that I've used today. Maybe grab a couple of those crystals if you can from a little shop or something. Just keep them with you. Keep them in your pocket because it will bring a lot of good fortune to you and love with it as well. Good things now. 2025 is your year. It's been a pleasure speaking to you, and I do wish you all the luck in the world. I don't think you're going to need too much. It's all happening pretty soon for you. But thank you for coming in to the show. Well, there we are. I've been Eleanor Grace. It's been wonderful speaking to all of you and connecting through. Remember that you have the Pentacles that is around you for everybody this week. Remember to reflect back on the year so far and try and think ahead. Think about, well, what am I going to do next? 2025 is not very far away, but I will see you again next week. Bye for now.
Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome. Time for the Hallie Elise Show with Hallie Elise. Hallie Elise. Live from HallieElise.com. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is the Hallie Elise Show on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Good evening, everyone. As always, I am delighted and excited, or is it excited and delighted to be here? I wish you could hear the background conversations before I get on the air. We have so much fun at A1R. We really do. It's been an interesting couple of weeks. I don't know how many folks were involved with the storms, though here in Florida, it was bit crazy. I know I mentioned it last week, but a lot of people are still reeling. I heard today, actually last night, about a friend's pup who's a little further north who went out and was stepping in a puddle, as our dogs often do. And there was a snake there that doesn't live in the area. Long story short, the poor pooch got bit and was rushed to the hospital. What I'm trying to get at here is expect the unusual within the usual. And what I mean by that is when we have inclement weather, when we have unexpected weather, along with it comes animals. The wind doesn't just move a house. The wind doesn't just move a car or a tree. There are animals as well that could all of a sudden show up in your backyard. Your best bet is to be cautious. If you have small children, if you have animals, and normally you just open the door and go ahead, honey, go play. Just make sure you take a look around. And I'm going to say, truly, listen to your own intuition when it comes to this. Now that you are aware of it, open the door, stand there for a moment, connect with yourself, ask yourself, is it safe? Is all well? Take that moment. You'll get a feeling, whether it's like an absolute yes, of course, don't be silly, or I don't feel 100%. Understand that if I don't feel 100% comes up, you want to listen to that. And obviously, if you hear that, oh my God, no, then you also want to pay attention to that. You have your own divine intuition. I was chatting with a friend today who's in the speaker world, and we were talking about titles and how you help individuals understand content. And if you are involved in the business arena, how it's different than the average Joe, let's say, who's at a pizza place. And yet we all come from the same place. We all have the same gifts. I may be a little bit more tapped in to my gifts. That doesn't mean that you don't have them. We are all connected. Every religion, every culture talks about brothers and sisters, our connectedness. Where do you think that comes from? It doesn't just come from living in a village together. It doesn't just come from being from the same geographical area. It comes from the divine. It really does. It comes from before we were here on the planet. These types of things we want to pay attention to. Consciousness is rapidly changing of late. And I say that because for years and years and years, I've been hearing, we're ascending, we're moving from 3D, we're moving from 4D, we're growing, we're ascending. You get the idea. Today, I was paying attention to someone speaking about what distinguishes the different levels of consciousness. And it really is frequency. It is, how is it that you are vibrating within your own universe? Think about that for a minute. How is it that you are vibrating in and within your own universe? And when I say that, I'm not talking about the universe at large. I'm talking about you. Did you know, for instance, that our palms are a microcosm of the macrocosm, which means all the planets that we hear about in respect to astrology, in respect to astronomy, all exist within our palm. There is a reason that when somebody does palmistry, they talk about Jupiter and they talk about the mounts and they talk about different things that actually are a mirror, but in minuscule form, to what's up in the heavens, to what's in the universe. If we look within ourselves, we have the same stardust that's above the planet. We also have the same pH as the water in the ocean when we are equilibrated. There is no mistake in respect to how we interact with our planet, how our bodies operate. We think of ourselves as separate because I live here, you live there, or I look different. I have brown hair, you have white hair. And the truth is that we're all interconnected. Each of us has instinct. Each of us has gut feelings. Each of us has knowing. It's simply a matter of learning how to listen for yourself. And each person divines information differently. Some people say, oh, I got the funny feeling in my stomach. I'm not going to work today. A lot of folks think it's coincidence. I personally don't think there are any coincidences. Things happen as they are supposed to, even when they make us unhappy. Think about that for a little bit, because we learn. We're constantly learning. We're constantly recognizing ourselves and others and vice versa. All right. I believe we have Rachel. It's either Rachel or Raquel, and forgive me. It's Rachel. Okay. Hi, Rachel. And I think you're from Arkansas, yes?
Yep.
All right. Welcome. How are you this evening?
Good. How are you?
Good. Thank you. Did you have a particular area of focus that you wanted to examine, or is there a particular question?
There's there's somebody I'm talking to, like we've been friends for a while, but I'm wondering if, like, how he feels
Okay.
about me.
So you're trying to figure out if he's got the same attraction to you as you do to him. Is that correct?
Yes. Right.
Okay. All right. I get that, yes, there is very similar attraction, though there's a lot of ambiguousness in respect to taking it to another step to move forward. I get that the friendship is so important that there's concern that if you were to become more involved, that your friend would lose the connection with you, that, there would be that possibility of, oh my gosh, now I don't have my friend anymore. What I'd like to suggest is kind of putting it out there without putting it out there. And you might say something to the effect of, we're like so good together. I really enjoy your company. I wonder if we could spend more time together or find ways to spend more time together, not just chat. Because I feel like, again, there's something there, though I get him being protective of himself, and specifically because the friendship is so important. There's a little wiggle room, if you will, where he can recognize that the person that you are is not somebody who would turn around and say, well, I had a thing for you. No, I don't want to talk to you again. That's not who you are.
Right.
You have this, I'm going to say, essence about you that has to do with when you connect with someone, whether it's a gal pal or a friend or somebody that you're romantic with, you don't just dismiss them. That's not your personality. Even if it doesn't work out, you're kind of like, okay, I wish them well. Oh God, they were a jerk, but I still wish them well. I don't get the feeling that you go, oh, I hate them. I never want to see them. They should die. I don't get that from you. I think your friend just needs to know that the core essence of who you are is somebody who genuinely cares and someone who would not all of a sudden say, you're dismissed from my life. And that's what I'm suggesting. See if you can't share a little bit without actually asking for the relationship in this moment, just kind of letting them know that what you have is important and you'd like to have more of it. You follow?
Yes.
Okay. And time. We're in, what are we in? We're in November. We're in October. Yes, October, November, December, January. Okay. I'm going to say you need patience. If you really want this to turn into something, it won't be immediate. I keep hearing June. Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to say that I keep in my head hearing June, and that this to me would either represent that you had met in June or that by June there is a deeper connection.
Okay.
So it's, again, not immediate, meaning if you want to go out and have a great time and be in a relationship right in this moment or even in 3 months, I'd have patience.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we've been friends for years, but just really reconnected, I guess, back in May. So.
Okay. Close to June, not exactly, but okay. But I keep hearing June. So if you connected in May and I keep hearing June, and it's not that you met in June, I'm wondering if it's not in June, he started to examine his own feelings. Because I keep hearing the word June over and over. So it's one of the two. It is either that he was examining his feelings in June, or by June, this coming year, which, because we're already in 24, yes, we're almost, sorry, I lose time here. By June of 25, that's when you see him showing up in a different way, if you're able to hang in there for that long.
Oh, yeah, I'm fine. I know it. I'm patient. I know he needs time. So.
Yeah, there's also some stuff with health going on. It's not just what's going on with him emotionally. I feel like health needs to be a little better than what it is also. I don't know if that's been mentioned yet or not.
Yeah.
But I feel like the immune system needs more attention. If you're comfortable, pass on my feeling that if he's able to get antioxidants in, let's say, a drip form from a physician, obviously they'd have to check his levels and see what's what first, but it feels as if he could benefit from that. So think in terms of antioxidants, vitamins, anything that builds up the immune system. But for whatever reason, I get specifically in drip form, where they tap into your vein and give it directly to you.
Okay.
Okay. I will say too, one other thing here, be nicer to you. And it's funny, this seems to be way too popular with women, that we are not as nice to each other as we should be. So think in terms of what is it that you can do for you that creates more smiles on your face on a consistent basis. Okay, my friend?
Okay.
Thanks so much for calling in. Have a great night.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you. I think we have Gina from Cape May, New Jersey.
Hi, how are you?
I'm
Hello?
great. I know that area.
That's nice to hear.
Pardon?
That's nice to hear. It's a beautiful place.
It is. It really is. I had friends in Ventnor and Atlantic City and across that entire area, and I'm from New York originally. It was always a lot of fun to go to, what's the other place? Is it Egg Harbor, which is not right near Cape May, but it's not all that far either, where the winery is?
Yes.
Anyways, very different environment, but both very beautiful places in Jersey was my point.
Yes, it's a small world, huh?
Yes. Did you have a specific question you wanted to address this evening? Or did you just want whatever popped up?
Whatever popped up.
Okay.
There's all kinds of hardships going on at the moment, so I'm just hoping to have some kind of good insight.
Okay. August, I'm hearing in my head, as in this past August, and it feels very concrete. I get 3 different areas of your life right now that there is a lot of chaos going on. I don't like to use that word, but I don't know how else to describe what I'm sensing here. And it feels as if in August, there was a shift in one of the areas that it was like, almost, like being startled, like taking a deep breath, like, what do I do now? On a good note, this is October, September, October, November, December. I'm going to say by mid-January, you're going to find there is a shift again, but in a very positive way. It's like you're in this weird, I'm going to use the word vortex. It's like you've been sucked in. And so anything that's shown up, it's been with upset, and it's been with, well, how do I navigate? How do I balance? It's like constantly asking yourself, how do I fix it? I'd love to tell you that you can fix it, but the feeling is take a breath, have faith, and know that this cycle is ending. It's just not ending tomorrow. It doesn't mean you won't have some lovely moments in between, but it does mean this, I'll call it intensity of emotion that I keep sensing is not done until the beginning of 2025. That breaks down to really looking for things right now that you can have gratitude for, because the more that you can say, I am grateful, the higher your frequency. The higher your frequency, the faster you move through this chaotic cycle that you're in. When it specifically comes to family, I just keep getting smile and shake your head a lot. That sounds banal. And I feel like that's the easiest way to handle it right now. And I know that's not typically who you are. It's kind of like, hey, no, I have something to say. I'm going to say it. I'm very straightforward. That's who I am. And yet, for the moment, it feels as if it's the easiest way to handle things by just smiling and going, I hear you. Even if you don't agree with anything, it's more a matter of acknowledging what's taking place versus, again, fixing. If you want to fix something, think in terms of learning how to fix the plumbing. I'm being goofy with that. By the same token, My point is divert your attention to things that you're not familiar with, that you can become familiar with, that you can take care of. Because another thing with you that I get is you're really very handy and very savvy. You learn things quickly. And part of that is other people sometimes feel intimidated by you, not because you're doing anything wrong. It's just without realizing you can be overwhelming to other people because you process very quick in your head. You learn things. It's kind of like, oh, I remember, 3 years ago, this thing happened and, we just do A, B, and C and it's fixed. Like stuff sticks with you where it doesn't necessarily stick with other people. And so again, there is a little bit of that overwhelm with others. Brings me back to kind of just shaking your head for the moment. Think in terms of creating as much ease and peace as possible for the next several months. I'm not saying go, okay, I'm going to just take everybody and everything being dumped on me. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is learn how to create peace even though you are in adversity, because the cycle will be ending. And I keep seeing wheels, and then I keep seeing like wheels of a car. So what is this? Like the tires being put on the wheels. What is it called? Rotating tires. Sorry, totally different subject for just a moment, but because I'm seeing a picture in my head, I want to share this. It feels as if it's important. If you haven't had tires rotated, it's important. So whichever car that you are traveling in primarily, make sure tires are rotated. I just feel like there's something there that needs to be taken care of. It's almost like in my mind's eye, as the tire is being taken off, the tech goes, oh, okay, well, we needed to see this. So there's something there to kind of just protect you, okay? And again, it just shows up in my head. I feel like it's important enough to mention. All right, the other thing here is I keep hearing the word Tom, but I'm uncertain if it's Tom as in the name of somebody or Tom as in a reference to Tomcat, like someone catting around, someone not being in their integrity. I'm leaning more towards Tomcat here. Okay. See here too, I keep going, kind of just allow for the moment. Oh, this is a tough couple of months. And I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be negative. I just feel like you have to keep your balance. Yeah.
I'm sorry?
I was just thinking, breathe. All kidding aside, it's like, take that breath and hold it for a second and then like dispelling unwanted energy when you breathe. I would love to give you a magic wand and go, hey, 2 seconds, just go bing, 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 it's all fixed. It's not that quick right now. By the same token, I feel like when everything is finished, you will find that as you look back, you realize there was significance. This is not all happening just to drive you crazy, even though it feels like it at the moment. It's not. It's about you recognizing things in the future before they can have an adverse effect on you and others that you care about. And it's interesting because I keep going back to that feeling of tomcat. And to me, a tomcat is not just someone who cats around with all the other girl cats, but a tomcat is somebody who has a swagger, somebody who thinks they know it all, somebody who doesn't necessarily give respect where respect is due. Is any of this making sense to you?
Yes, because I just lost a job, and that's kind of how my previous boss was.
There, and I'm going to go back to what I said a little bit ago, they were in overwhelm with you because they couldn't control you. That's where that tomming around, catting around comes from. It's kind of like they wanted to be the hot shot, and they were threatened, which I think is ridiculous because they don't get you vying for their job. I feel like it was more a matter of you just wanting to do things right.
Right.
Okay, so again.
Do we see a new job coming anytime soon?
It will be. And again, I want to say immediately, but I will say something different, which is be open to taking something now just as a filler. Think in terms of the holidays coming along, the holidays, I should say, between Thanksgiving and Christmas and Hanukkah and all of that. There are things that you could do that you wouldn't necessarily normally do, but that you could do temporarily. My concern, hon, is if you go and accept another position before it's the right time, you will make another change. And I feel like that would be very difficult on you. Whereas if you're able to just be open to taking something with the idea that it's temporary, after January, you will get right into something that you love. And there's also a feeling here of you being able to do something on the side that has kind of been a hobby or a thought about doing that also could generate some money right now. Not that it has to become a full-time thing, but I just feel like you're not fully using all of your talents in this moment. Give a little thought to that. And again, give a little thought to being open to doing something now, knowing that it's not permanent. And the overall feel here is before mid-February, you will be employed in a new position, but it's something that makes you feel really good. And I feel that the people there will be going, oh my God, we're so glad you're here, versus this tomcat who is all about him.
Right.
In the interim also, I know considering finances, that's never fun because like all of us, you have certain things earmarked and certain expenses and responsibilities. I'm going to simply say, have conversations. Meaning, if something seems a little bit implausible at the moment, pick up the phone and just explain what's going on. I feel like there will be much more leeway than you would anticipate.
Okay.
And the other thing here is I keep hearing, don't have people stay. So to me, this is if somebody's like, oh, can I crash at your place? Or, I need to stay by you for a while. Or, we should get a place together. Please say no. It doesn't feel like it's the right time to be looking after anybody else. It really doesn't. It feels as if they would be draining your energy, not intentionally, but it just feels as if it would be too much in this moment. And again, you've had enough right now, and you're still in this funky cycle. Just know that it is changing. Know that 2025 will be exceptionally brighter than 2024 all the way around. I also feel like you have information in your dreams that I don't know that you're paying attention to enough. I'd love to suggest, and I am going to suggest, keep a notebook next to the side of your bed or something to write with. And when you first wake up in the morning, don't immediately jump out of bed. Ask yourself, what is it I need to write down? I feel like there are remnants of dream time that stay with you and that are intuitive. It's not just dream state, like, oh, I'm in REM state and I'm trying to figure things out. That's not what I'm getting. I'm actually getting prophetic information in your dream time. But I feel like you are so busy in your head jumping up and moving that you're not grasping it. Take a moment. Leave something near the bed. Whatever pops in, even if you think it's absurd, just write it down and look at it later. I feel as if you will find there's a lot of information there that can be very helpful to you at this time. Also, I keep hearing the word grandma. So this tells me there is either a grandmother or grandmother-like figure. And when I say that, it would be somebody in that age group of grandma. It could be an aunt or even a great grandma, but it feels like a grandma, if you will, presence age group that is passed on, that keeps looking in on you. And it's interesting too, because I feel as if there's this, all right, best way I can phrase this. When someone has been adopted, oftentimes they don't know who their actual family is. That doesn't mean that their loved ones from the other side don't still look in. And I'm not saying that you've been adopted. I get the feeling, though, that there is something that is not 100% clear with your history. And there are loved ones when I get major confirmation, loved ones on the other side that are looking in that want to help and guide you. That said, I'll just reiterate, leave something near your bed. Take a moment before you get up. Write down whatever pops in. Try not to censor it. I feel like you have information coming through from the other side for you. All right?
Yes.
Okay. And I wish you so much luck. I know things are going to be better. Just maintain your gratitude, which I know is a little tough at the moment, but you can look up and say, wow, the sun's shining. I'm grateful. Something as simple as that right now can be huge.
Right.
Anything that will put you into that state. All right?
Okay. Yes.
Okay, hon. Thank you so much for calling tonight.
Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it.
My pleasure. If you'd like to reach me when I'm not on air, you can call the office direct at 561-755-2166. If you'd like more information on me, of course, Google has a bunch of stuff, though it's always easiest to go to my website, which is very old-fashioned. You will find out, however, it does have a lot of content, and that's HalleyElise.com. Just like you can see on the banner on the show right there, HalleyElise.com. I wish all of you a beautiful evening and look forward to having more guests on the show that I can introduce you to. Thank you again for tuning in. Hope to connect with you, if not next week, in the office or over the phone.
Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome. Time for Soul Star Connections with Azriel. Live from Azriel.love. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Soul Star Connection on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hello, everybody. Namaste and welcome. It is so good to be with you here today on this beautiful day. I'm coming to you live from Nashville, Tennessee. And this is my new time slot. I'm really looking forward to connecting with you all during the day and seeing what flow and energy wants to move through me and us in this moment. So I'll say a little bit about myself. I'm Azriel. My website is www.azriel.love. And I am an intuitive healer, guide, medical Qigong therapist, Vedic counselor and practitioner. And basically a channel for light. I really like to work with light energy and connect to the quantum field and all that is more than what we think we are. So today I just wanted to take a moment. I always like to start the show by just settling in and sort of checking in. What is the collective vibe for today? And what is the collective vibration for this week? And what do we most need support with as a collective right now? And I will probably pull a card about this, but before I do, my greatest sense is that what we're both longing for and needing for right now is the ability to drop into the exhale and to drop into our body. It's fall in the Northern Hemisphere. I know in the Southern Hemisphere, you guys are going into spring. But for us in the Northern Hemisphere, it's really about letting go of our agenda and letting go so much of our to-do list. There is an invitation in this moment to notice, where can you soften and where can you settle and where can you come into a space of acceptance, but it's not acceptance with the mind, it's acceptance with our body. It's coming into a space and a place of deeper trust, deeper sort of like letting go, but it's like letting go into the arms of the divine, letting go into the earth or our soul path, and trusting that right now for most of us and for many of us, things are still breaking down. And it's not about going and flowing faster than that river of life is taking us. I think that are listening to these shows know we're in a place where there is huge shifts happening, right? And the new sort of ley lines haven't fully grounded in and taken place. And so how can we be ready, first of all? And how can there be enough energy and opportunities even for us to step on that new path? We're being invited to instead be where we're at and know that we're sort of in, I don't even want to say seedling form. We're in the form of the seed still, where we're coming into a place of getting ready to burst forth, and life will bring that opportunity when it happens. But right now there's a gift in softening, in slowing, in letting go of the agenda, and of letting go of how fast things need to manifest or how fast things need to move. Because for many of us, life isn't moving that fast, or it is in a direction that we're like, wait, what is happening? And it's all for this bigger purpose of what's to come. It's where are we being placed? Where are we being put? And where are we being asked to go to in this time, in this moment, that's out of our mind, that's out of our ideas even. And for some of us, that's like a whole new life or a whole new experience. And for others of us, it's really about going inward and coming into a space of the pause and of the exhale. And so that's what I'm really feeling in this moment in my experience and in my and in my awakening process. And the process I'm seeing for a lot of my clients, the process I'm seeing for a lot of, I'm sorry, I'm grabbing my cards, for a lot of people right now. And so the question for you to be with is, where can you deepen more? Where can you soften more? And where can you exhale a little bit more in your life? And I'm just going to pull one card for today. This is an herbal card. I like to pull these sometimes just to give us a little bit of support. Oh, and it's the energy of Tulsi. And for those of you watching, you'll be able to see the card. And Tulsi is a holy basil. And it says, you are sacred. I don't know if you can see it super clear. You are sacred. And so honoring your body, honoring your life as a sacred temple of the divine, honoring the flow. Tulsi is very protective in its energy and very opening at the same time, very expansive. It's sort of clear boundaries, and then within those boundaries, a space of peace. So that might be another question for this week. Where can I find peace in the what is in this moment? So Tulsi, beautiful. So I'm really looking forward to taking some calls. I'll just share with you, those of you that are listening, with my calls, we can do anything from tarot readings, intuitive readings. Sometimes I do have ancestors and beings that come in to share with you, or guides or angels. Sometimes it's energy work that wants to come in. Feel free to ask me about astrology, anything. I'm really, really, really open. And I love connecting with you all. You can also visit me on my website at azrael.love or at facebook.com/azrael.love. And I do offer monthly circles once a month, the first Tuesday of the month. They're drop in, and it's a space where we really go deep into the world of light and love. So feel free to check that out on my Facebook page. So we have Heather from Sayers, Pennsylvania, and I'm really looking forward to connecting with you, Heather.
Hello.
Hi, how are you doing today?
Good. How about yourself?
Oh, I'm wonderful. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. How can I support you today? What would you like some insight on or guidance with?
I would say just anything in general. I guess my future career.
Okay, career. Okay. So I'm just going to take a moment. So what I like to do is I like to just check in and see what's going on energetically, see what I notice in the field, and then I'll pull some cards for further guidance and clarification.
Okay.
So the first thing that comes, and we'll see what the cards say, but you're at a place of sort of an in-between or an impasse. What you've been doing, I don't want to say it's no longer serving you. You may have even let it go by this time, but you've sort of like, I don't get a sense of like a heaviness around it, but like, you're sort of ready. You're sort of ready for a change. And there is something that is coming. It feels like almost like a leap up. So I don't know if it's a possibility of a promotion or something different that's more in alignment with you. But it's coming quite soon, actually. And it feels very grounded and very stable. So on one level, it feels like, oh, that would be a dream. Like I can't even see where it's coming from, right? Like in the space that you're in right now. But when I tune into you energetically, it feels like there's a really grounded opportunity, and it's like a step up or a leap up. It doesn't feel like it is totally like in a totally different direction. It feels like it's either in alignment with something you've been doing or something that you would you've done before that you enjoyed, but it feels like it's like there and it's close. So I'm going to pull a couple cards and just see if there's any further guidance on this.
All right.
Okay. So there's a little bit of processing that you have to go through before it comes. And some of the processing has to do with the letting go. And I'm pulling quite a few cards. I'm only going to read the first couple. So there is a letting go that has to happen. And the only reason I'm going to read the first couple is because they're clear enough. I'm going to stop at the major arcana card. So my sense is in your current career, or in the if you're between jobs right now, in the current space, is that there was it's the King of Pentacles in reverse. There was someone that was not distrustworthy, or someone that made it very, very hard for you to do well, like made it hard for you to get ahead. Someone at your job that just caused you lots of problems and lots of stress. My sense is this male, and it could even be just the energy of a male-dominated workforce. And this is maybe where some of the shift is wanting to come for you, is to step up and get away, not from the male-dominated workforce, but be working with more women, or in a space where there would be perhaps that more feminine energy there. It doesn't necessarily have to be working with all women, but there's something about the job where they're sort of like, I almost want to say like the tainted masculine, like not the divine masculine that's there and that's in place. And it's caused you, or is causing you, lots of stress. We have the 9 of Swords in reverse. I mean, not in reverse, right side up. And the 9 of Swords, and I'll show these 2 cards for the people who are online. The 9 of Swords is like nightmares, right? Like, and it's like stress, and it's like not knowing what's going to come and how things are going to shift and how things are going to move for you. So there is perhaps fear, more fear than I was feeling in your energy field when I tuned into you. But it's, again, related to this masculine energy, or this male-dominated energy. And then the third card I picked was the Emperor. And so the Emperor, again, very strong masculine energy, very powerful masculine energy. But what this says to me more than that is that it is this energy of Saturn, and it's the energy of karma. And it's the energy of something very focused and strong coming for you and coming through you. And so know that right now you're in this position of like, sort of, like I said, the in-between, or needing to make a shift in the career. And it's all good. Like you're in the coal space, where the coal is wanting to get like turned into a diamond. And right now it's like, how can it turn into the diamond, or where am I going? The Emperor says it's going to be hard work. For me, again, I will say, from what I saw energetically, it's not going to be as hard as you think it is. It's there. It's a step up, and there's going to be a hand offered you that's going to say, here, come here. This is the way. It's going to sort of take you out of the workforce you've been in, or in the patterns you've been in, and it's going to bring you up to a new level and a different level. But it's sort of like trusting in the process and trusting in the timing. When this message comes, and I think it's going to be very, very soon, I would say, like, you will know it. It may come in the form from a masculine, but it's going to be a stern masculine, a firm masculine, but it's not going to be the toxic masculinity that you've been dealing with. And it's going to pull you up, and it's going to say, I'm going to show you the way. And when that opportunity comes, I would say, go for it. There might be a sense, again, of like, can I do this? Can I trust this? Is this like, am I stepping right into the same thing that I've already been in? It's going to be different, and there's going to be opportunities there for you. So, and soon, I would say we're going to be seeing some shifts. I would say within the next 6 weeks. 6 weeks is what comes. It could be up to 3 months.
Okay.
Any questions about that?
No, I think you kind of told me everything I was hoping to hear, at least.
Yeah. Know that the challenge, it's real right now, but like energetically, you're already free of it. I know it doesn't feel like that in the physical and emotional realm. It's like, but know that it's like you're moving through it. It's clearing stuff that needed to be cleared, and there will be shifts to come. So I'll hold you in lots of love as you move through that.
Thank you. Yeah, I have a business, and it's kind of stagnant right now. So I was curious about what it's going to do.
Yeah, it's gonna be there. And one of the things, I don't know if you heard the beginning of my show, but just it's for all of us right now, for so many of us, there is a lot of stagnancy, there's a lot of slowness. Collectively, right, we're in this space where we're being asked to trust, to let go. It's very hard, right, when it's our own business, and I'm seeing this with so many businesses and clients in so many different fields. And I think it's also just part of the collective process we're in. And so it's like just doing what you can to breathe with it, right? And to keep following your dream in your heart, and then know there is going to be that sort of help or that sign or that thing that's going to say, here's the next step. But try to trust in the process for now. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much for calling in. And I wish you the most beautiful, beautiful day.
Yeah, you as well. Thank you again.
Thank you. And I know we have another call coming in from Reno, and I can't remember the name. So Amanda, perfect. So hi, Amanda. I'd love to take your call. We've got about 10 minutes. So yeah.
Hi. Yes, I would like to know if you could see anything as far as like what's coming up for me within the next 3 to 6 months.
Sure. So what I'd like to do is I like to just take a few moments and tune in and just see what I get energetically. And then I'll pull some cards for you if that feels okay.
Okay, thank you.
Sure. I'm just going to close my eyes. So one of the first things that comes in, Amanda, is you have a tremendous amount of light coming in for you. And so I'm seeing a lot of like, I call it heaven light or starlight, right? Coming in from your soul, from your highest self. And it's like coming in and it's there for you, and life saying, okay, we've got this river of light that's wanting to come in. And then in your energy body and in your energetic level there, it's almost like it's not ready for it. And when I say it's not ready for it, it's not bad. There's nothing you need to worry about, but it's sort of like you're still processing or moving through some things in your energy field, your emotional field in your life that is sort of clearing the space for this fresh energy, fresh light, and fresh brightness to come in. And so just the first thing I want to say is know that there is a lot there for you when the time is right, when places line up. And part of what we're all going through collectively, and we all go through at different points in our life, are these periods of purification and these periods of great support and flow and movement. And so my sense is you're still in this purification stage. Again, collectively, we're all in it on some level. And so there's a processing happening and a clearing out that's happening. And then when you're ready, or when timing is ready, there will be this beautiful sort of wave of light or life moving through you. And sort of the things that feel stagnant and stuck right now, it's sort of like, nope, they'll be right there. It's like things will just fall into place. And we'll check in with the cards and get a little more info on that. I'm just going to see if anything else comes.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, trust your heart. That's another thing that comes. You have a big heart, and it does know the truth and knows the answer. I'm seeing this isn't so much about in romance, and it could be with romance, but it's in life in general. It's like, let your heart lead you and let your heart guide you, because there really and truly is a beautiful wisdom in the heart that you carry and that you have access to.
Okay.
And it will lead you exactly where you need to go. So if there's some decisions that you're making, or if there's some things that you're making and they don't feel clear, and you're like, oh, that's crazy, or, oh, I can't do that. Like if your heart's saying yes, listen to it. It really is going to be your lighthouse right now and your guide.
Okay.
And then the other thing that comes, and then I'm going to pull a few cards, is just don't be afraid. And we all on some level, carry with us our fear, especially if we're jumping into new ventures, or we've got new things happening, or even when things are stagnant and stuck. And, I know sometimes when I'm feeling slow inside. That's where some of my bigger fears come up. But just there's nothing to fear right now. Like there's actually some excitement perhaps coming your way. And again, we'll see what comes. But just don't be afraid. Like, say yes to life. Know that it's really, like I said, there's that beautiful line of energy coming for you and through you. And it's really wanting to lead you, obviously, in the direction you need to go, but in a positive direction, in a direction that is filled with a lot of grace and ease. So I'm going to pull some cards here.
Okay.
Hey. Beautiful. So the first card I picked was the Wheel of Fortune. It is in reverse, but I'll that's still very positive. I'll let you know. Hey. Let's pull a couple more. Okay, perfect. So one of the things that comes, you've got quite a few major arcana at the end, but one of the things that's coming when I'm looking at the cards, and I will go through them, is there's a lot of back and forth going on. There's a lot of sense of like, okay, you might be thinking about leaving or making a big change, and then it's like, oh, but no, I can't. Oh, but I want to. Oh, but no, I can't. And there's a sense of, almost a sense of not being clear on what the next steps are, and if it's time to make a big leap into the unknown. And so the first card that I picked was the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. And I'm just going to show this for the people watching. So Wheel of Fortune, when it's in reverse, is not a bad card. Tarot cards in reverse aren't bad. Sometimes they're a little bit more challenging. But what the Wheel of Fortune reverse means is that there is the wheel that's constantly spinning and very, very powerful. Good fortune is there. And you're not necessarily feeling it right now. You're not necessarily accessing right now. Maybe some confusion. Maybe there's things that feel sticky or stuck. In some ways, this really represents what I saw with that beautiful golden light coming in, and then it's sort of the purification happening on an energetic level. So when I see this card to start, it's saying right now, trust. Good fortune is on your side. Things are going to manifest and open the way you need to, but you're in it right now. And it's not about necessarily feeling or accessing it at this time. And so just know that when the wheel turns, it's all going to be right there for you. Now, the next 4 cards I picked were very interesting, because we had the 8 of Cups in reverse, and 8 of Cups in reverse is all, when it's right side up, it's all about leaving. It's like leaving your life, and it's like going on to something new. And it's not necessarily being happy about it, but it's like this draw and this pull. And when it's in reverse, it's sort of like knowing that there's this sense of wanting to make a big change and wanting to make a big shift, but like not like being able to take that step and not being able to like sort of like make the change. And then I'm going to read them, and then I'll share what I'm feeling from them. And then we have the 2 of Wands, which is like, but I want to make the change. I'm ready to look out. I'm ready to look and envision into something new. I want something different. We have the 7 of Pentacles in reverse. I'm tired of waiting. I want to move. I want things to flow. And then the 8 of Wands, which in reverse, which is like, yeah, but nothing's flowing right now. And so my sense is for the next 3 to 6 months, you're going to continue to be in a space of purification, gentle purification, and what on some level feels like stagnancy. There are 2 major arcana cards that we'll finish with in a moment. But it's not this time for you. It's a time about getting clear on your vision, getting clear on your dreams. You might not know even what it is or where it is you want to go. And it doesn't mean a physical location necessarily, right? But like, this is your opportunity to get clear on your dreams, and then also to be really uncomfortable with feeling like, oh, but nothing's moving and I'm stuck. And where are my opportunities? Where are the things coming? I'm ready for flow. And no, you're not. Because universe is saying you're not. Your energy body is saying, no, you're not. You're actually doing mass movement and change on an energy level right now. And then the two cards we got for the major arcana for the final ones are the Fool and Death, both in reverse. And so neither one of these are bad. No one's dying. But the Fool in reverse is like your journey. It's happening, but it's not about a grand new adventure at this time. And it's about being really clear on what it is you're wanting to move to and what you're wanting to flow to. And then the Death in reverse is just not huge change at this time. It's not about taking those big leaps. And we've got about 1 minute, and then I'm going to have to say goodbye. But so it's sort of like, I don't want to say, I hate to say this because it's what is, but it's a time for you to really do your inner work. And when we're coming into the winter season, this is great, right? But it's not necessarily fun. What do you want? What is it that you're opening to? Where do you want those dreams to shine? Plant them in your dreams. Do the journaling, do the inner work, do what it is, be with the discomfort, right? And then open to the wider field and know that at least I would say these next 3 to 6 months, definitely the next 3 months for sure, that it isn't about the physical movement or the physical manifestation about it. And trust in the process that you are clearing and cleansing on a bigger level, even though it's not manifest in the physical world. And I do have to end that there because it's time for me to go. But I hope that makes sense.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Yes.
Feel free to visit my page and come join my gathering if you like. We have a gathering every Tuesday, first Tuesday of the month. Yeah. So.
Okay, thank you. You was right on. On everything. Thank you so much.
It's my pleasure. Really lovely to connect with you, Amanda, and lovely to connect with all of the beautiful beings listening today. I would love, I'd love to see you again. I'll be here next Tuesday, 3 Eastern time, 12 Pacific time. And it's such a joy to share with you all. Wishing you all the most beautiful day. I'm Azrael in Nashville, Tennessee, and so much love to you all. Namaste.
Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome. Time for Bernice Bisson's Psychic Media. Bernice Bisson. Live for BerniceBissonPsychic.com. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Bernice Bisson, Psychic Media on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Welcome, it's Psychic Tuesday, and I'm your guide, Bernice Bisson. I was away last week, and thank you for coming back this Tuesday to rejoin me to talk about all 12 signs, sun, moon, rising. There's messages for everyone, and then take some calls. And I just want to say, I had a wonderful trip through the Caribbean because I'm spoiled that way. And I went with my sister, who is my best friend, ride or die, and some friends of ours, and we had a great time. We had this crazy experience with butterflies, and we were in Costa Maya in one of our stops, and there was hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of butterflies, all kinds, all types. And being a little prairie chicken from Canada, I'm not used to, I have to actually go to a butterfly house at a zoo to see butterflies like that. They were all kinds, and it was so amazing. And all I asked for as I walked through the port and back to the ship, all I asked was that if my mom was with me, just land on me, Mom. Let me know. A butterfly landing on me would just be my sign from my mama bear that she was with me. And my mama bear is like right up there. You can see her picture. And lo and behold, an orange butterfly landed right on the top of my hat and sat there for like 10 minutes as I yapped to people. And a good friend of mine took the picture. It is on my Facebook. And I love spirit. And I'm always glad I'm always affirmed that spirit hears us, because even in our times when we don't think they do, they've heard us, they've got us, and we are in the palm of their hands. And so let's get started. We got messages for all 12 signs, sun, moon, rising. I'm going to begin with Aries. And again, Western astrology, tropical whole house astrology. And so let's begin. We've got Aries, the message. You're being tested. Step up and honor your truth. And this next 7 to 10 days, we have, this week is kind of nice, but as we get further into next week, Halloween week, we get lots of intensity with a Pluto-Mars square showdown. And so Pluto and Mars both rule Scorpio. The sun is joining them in Scorpio along with Mercury energy in Scorpio. And that energy and that oppositional energy is going to be tense. So be patient with people. Don't jump to conclusions. Don't spout off opinions you don't know anything about. Make sure you have the truth of things. Make sure that you don't engage in fights. Don't bring a knife to a gunfight, as they say, I suppose, right? And so you're going to be tested. Step up and honor your truth. That is your integrity, your truth, how you're being valued, what's important to you, Aries. You could have offers and opportunities. Make sure it is worth your time, energy, and your reputation. And so, and honor what you know to be true to yourself. Don't break promises to yourself. Okay? Tauruses, sun, moon, rising. Tauruses, boy, this energy, next year around your birthday is really that opposition of Uranus. The sun is the final. It's some big stuff for you about moving forward. And now and to your birthday, you'll be wrapping up details, plans, and things around your birthday. That there is a powerful full moon coming for you as to shed light on and culminate into November for you, where you need to do the work, where those challenges will be. Pluto and Mars will be opposing each other, which is in your house of companions, partners, long-term commitments, including jobs and careers, and business partners, and anyone that you're making commitments to. And so remember, integrity to yourself as well. Imagine a life full of what ifs and now do the thing. Imagine a life full of what ifs and now do the thing for you. It's going to be about imagining the plans, what the possibilities are, both pros and cons, and then get to it. And your birthday is a great time to launch, okay? Especially with that full moon energy shedding light on those areas that you can't take with you, because Pluto's going to change signs into Aquarius, never to go back. And so you're able to really step forward into people, places, and jobs you are committing to. All right, Taurus. Gemini, you have Mars energy. Mars is in your sign, Gemini, and with that Pluto opposition, that Scorpio opposition, being challenged on communications, asserting yourself, being able to put yourself out there. Your sensitivity is your superpower, your ability to tune into a situation, to tune into people's emotions, to tune into the energy of the room, are all going to be really important over the next 7 to 10 days, especially as you could see someone marching right up to you to come pick a fight, and you'd be like, whoa, let me stop you with some kindness and kind of head them off at the pass and redirect them. So this is going to be some superpowers of yours over the next 7 to 10 days. Geminis, you could even have, I keep thinking paperwork coming at you, communications, paperwork, emails, legal documents, things you need to sign, conclude, put to bed. There could be back and forth negotiations. I do think they are quite beneficial to you to sign and get them going. Cancerian, sun, moon, rising. Boy, that Pluto is in its final degrees of Capricorn. And it could be unexpected oppositions that pop up at work, things that are like, something gets away in the media, something could be challenging, something could be where you got to clean up. You're the cleanup crew. You got to make things look good, make it be nice. You got to smooth things over. And with that Pluto sort of energy in Capricorn, and I feel like this is the last stand. Once you kind of make this stand, you're really able to address an issue and move forward, not having to deal with it again. And just whatever happens, don't feed the trolls in your head. Don't let your own thoughts, your own insecurities, things where you're not feeling confident get to you. No negative self-talk. Anytime it happens, tell yourself to stop. Don't talk to my friend that way, and return it to the sender. Okay, Cancerians. Leos, sun, moon, rising. Boy, you fire signs, you have some big energy coming into your house of commitments and partnerships. Particularly over the next 7 to 10 days, you'll get taste of it. And as we head into later November, you are going to feel really some surprising energy coming through partners, their money, their opportunities, their desires, surprises, things that kind of epiphanies that show up that way. You already know how to be, so just trust yourself, trust where you're at, trust where you're at in terms of your own psychic abilities, in terms of your own, they might come to you for an opinion. Trust what your gut's telling you. Trust you're giving good advice, Leos. Trust that you have to be a bit of a rock for people around you. You're going to have to stabilize those around you as well. So just keep that in mind. Then we go to Libra, sun, moon, rising. Libra, you can be your harshest critic or your own best friend. Choose. Oh, true story. You had a crazy, powerful eclipse moon full just recently in your house of partnership in Aries, highlighting wounds, things that you might have to deal with in terms of property, assets, parents, belongings, estates, houses, papers, disability papers, insurance claims, things like that you'll have to deal with over the next 7 to 10 days. Solidifying, you might be on hold a long time with customer service numbers. Don't let it get to you. But I feel like you might have to take care of business on behalf of other people. And, you're really effective. And it might turn out you get a few small wins. You're like, yes, I got that. Yes, that's done. But it feels like you could be the sorter of some of that. There is some chironic wounds around this full moon we just had in your house of commitments and partnerships that can be a bit testy or challenging for you, that people you hoped would show up didn't, and people you didn't think would show up did. Could be some pleasant surprises. Could be some final truths. The next 7 to 10 days is going to tell you that. Scorpio season. Oh my gosh, happy birthdays to my Scorpios. And you've got this Pluto-Mars opposition to each other. If you're looking for opportunities, you're going to have to create them. Do not rely on other people for opportunities. Self-make. This is a time to self-make. You've got the sun, you've got Pluto at work, you've in your house of communications, you've got Mars at work in your 9th house. You've got your reset button of your new moon coming, really being able to launch new ideas, new self, new identity, new places to work, new places to live. And in terms of romance, a bit of a bumpy ride. I feel like people can come with a whole lot of promises, but not a lot of actions, which don't get disappointed. Rely on yourself, focus on your own income, your own paying off debts, getting where you live. You could sign leases, solidify where you're at. There's some good things going on for you there. And you could even get tapped on a shoulder for an opportunity around work. I know. I feel like it's some good stuff for you. Sagittarian, sun, moon, rising. You can stop. You can. You can stop negative people, negative talk, the ball from rolling. You have control over what happens next. You have control over what happens next. So you might have the ball in your court right now to make a few decisions. And you've been hoeing and humming about, do I do it? Do I not do it? Do I make this change? Do I not make this change? Don't rely on other people to show up for you. You could find disappointment in family. You could find disappointment in friends who said they're going to be there but didn't. You could be pleasantly surprised by who does show up for you in ways. And you could really be thinking about your money, income. You could have influxes of money coming in. There could be celebrations around you. There could be weddings, celebrations, influxes of money, things that you get good news for you, people around you, family. It could even come in through sibling groups. Now, siblings could be a dicey area for you, could be make you a little crazy. They could try to sabotage just through their own, flaws. So be kind, be gentle, recognize people's flaws. Capricorn, sun, moon, rising. Stop thinking about things so much and let yourself feel. Don't stay in your headspace, Capricorn. Of course, that Pluto energy in your sign, the final degrees, what revolution is before you? What old ideas are you letting go of? What is it that has plagued you since 2008 that you need to address? And I almost feel like it's your role, your identity, how you're seen, how you're valued by people. And you could be really stepping in, and next 10 days could be a bit tense and forcing you, compelling you, urging you, or enabling you to really move forward and leave behind old career choices, old circles, social circles, people, and things that brought you down. And I feel like your limits, you set a new glass ceiling now. You have new things to reach for. And as you step into December and closer to your birthday, you're going to really start to feel that coming in December, January, new things to reach for, because Pluto has moved on and you really aren't having the same power struggles you've had in the past. And power struggle is truly about you giving up yourself for someone else. So you won't do that no more. Good learning. Aquarian, sun, moon, rising. Oh, my little Aquarians, you are about to get Pluto in your sign in a big way. And this is power. And it's funny because you guys don't really value power. So this is going to be really about maybe having your ideas, you could have a viral video. You could have your ideas latching on somewhere. You could be asked to volunteer, help, contribute, put your 2 cents in. And boy, Aquarians love to put their 2 cents in. They know stuff. So just any half-arsed efforts will have half-arsed results. So you got to show up. If you have the idea, you're going to have to show up through the implementation, how to carry it through and how to assess it. You're going to have to do the thinking for others. If you have a project on that, you're going to have all the details of your project. Now, in luck for you is that you guys are the best list makers ever. So get out your pens and papers and start making your list of things you want to accomplish. Because as Pluto rolls into your sign, particularly when we get to January, February, your birthday, you'll have Pluto as an extra contributor to power. You'll have the sun, you'll have Mercury, you'll have your new moon moving you forward in big ways, really getting you excited about even educational opportunities, communications. Maybe you learn a new language. There's something about really stimulating your mind, your communications, and your energy there. It's kind of exciting for you guys. Pisces, sun, moon, rising. Boy, you got 2 planets right now. Your ruling planet, both retrograde in your sign, feeling a bit heavier energy. It's kind of stationed. And it's going to amp up. I mean, much like we've seen some of that hurricane energy down south, you're going to find that as you move closer to your birthday, you're going to have that similar hurricane energy coming at you with a plethora of romantic interests, opportunities, spiritual journey opportunities, invites to your social environment, really kind of as you lead into your birthday, getting back to your old self, starting to feel like your energy is not so exhausted. So it's going to be some nice stuff coming at you. And know that your ancestors are watching over you and that you could have a really profound connection with your loved ones, your ancestors, spirit really guiding you, giving you signs, giving you symbols, giving you opportunities and serendipitousness that you're going to find are going to come through just unique meetings and opportunities over this next 7 to 10 days that really will bring opportunities as you get forward to your birthday. Thank you. You can find me at bernicebissonpsychic.com. You go to my website, you can book appointments with me, and you can listen to my podcast, and you can find my social media page. I have a Facebook page only. I have no other social media. I will never reach out to you on any platform at all. And if anyone does reach out to you saying they're me, it's not me. And I don't have Instagram or anything. So it's not me. And anyway, I'm only here on A1R Psychic Radio, Moonstruck Television, and my own personal website. And you can find me and any of my links there directly. Thank you. Let's get to our caller today. Today we've got Sharia. I believe it's like Sharia in Georgia.
Yes, Sharia.
Oh, Sharia. Thank you, my lovely lady. My name is Bernice Bisson. I'm here to be of service to you today. How can I do that?
I was at first thinking I was going to ask a specific question, but I know that you are gifted. So I just want you to tell me whatever you feel like I need to know, if that's okay with you.
Well, thank you. And thank you for the vote of confidence. I appreciate you doing that. And we're going to do what I love to do. And I love to work with your physical chakra energy. And I want you just to begin by counting backwards from 7 out loud slowly. Take a deep breath and you can begin.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Thank you. Let's begin. I'm going to talk about 7 to 1. I'm going to start at number 7, your crown chakra. Your mind, your ideas, your dreams, your conscious state, curiosity. Curiosity is the word that showed up. I'm going to draw words for each. I'm going to just talk about them. So the first word in your crown chakra, and that is to wondering what happened. You know, there's a man who passed away who keeps showing up in my mind, and almost like he could show up in the dream state. He could show up in the vision state, light. And I feel like he'll come across your mind wondering if he's okay, wondering what happened. He's okay. And I feel like I almost want to talk about a family brother figure. It could be like an uncle figure, but your mom and this man. And so I'm going to come back to that. I also want to say you have you have to respond to something around work, changes with work. Maybe you have to be flexible and show up more. Maybe you're being called in. You might have to fill in, be called in, or respond suddenly to opportunities around work, and they act favor. And maybe others can't show up. Maybe others can't seem to, And so we had a bit of a glitch, I think, but I'm going to keep talking. Then we've got your number 6, your third eye, your psychic eye, and I call it the filter for relationships. And I get the word kindness, the care of, the consideration of, having to take care of others. It doesn't feel like a romantic word. It feels like where you're having to feed others, help other people out with maybe day-to-day or routine things going on around you. Then I go to your throat chakra, number 5, things you've been talking about. I get the word awareness, plans and awareness. So if I look at your headspace, I am going to say this. I feel like You're going to be pulled in different directions. You might have some personal daily routines, running around, errands, the care of people, helping people, having to bring that together. And I also feel like you've got opportunities for other income. You might have to show up, become very present right away, fill in. I feel like it's going to bring you some opportunities. If I go to your heart chakra, your beautiful heart chakra, I get the word play, and this is number 4. The heart chakra tells me